everybody? I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some adjustments will have to be made by both teams here as the weather has turned nasty and rain will be coming down throughout this game. Let's see who can manage the wet conditions better. It's the 49ers going up against the Seahawks. What a surprise here. There's rain in Seattle as we're off to Century Link Field to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Century Link Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. The winner's their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And that win is one to build on. And when you have a chance to make it a second win at home, it's something to explode with. Let's see how they come out of the gate.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
I think years from now we talk about the zone read in the NFL. We may attach Colin Kaepernick's name to it first because he really made it popular and allowed a lot of other NFL teams to decide to put it into their own playbooks.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The starting 11 on your screen now, and the one we discuss is Torrey Smith.
You would do worse than to just call long pass plays and throw it to Torrey Smith. He can certainly take the top off of any defense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. And Salek here, left side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
On first down, Kaepernick. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Caught outright by Patton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who's been a Pro Bowler in 3 of his first 4 NFL seasons. From Wisconsin, it's Russell Wilson.
Coming out of college, he graded out A+ in every category you want in a quarterback except height. And that's what moved him to a 3rd-round pick. And we all found out later that was a mistake. He should have been a 1st-round guy. Now, in 2015, he showed his ability to actually lead a team to victories by being able to throw the football, not just rely on the running game.
Rawls, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt, most in the NFL. Of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
On 2nd down, Rawls. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The 3rd Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the 1st down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
A strong running. Give him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And there's a flag on the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Offense. Still 1st down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Wilson, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On second down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They go again with Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. First score of the season for Thomas Rawls, and hey, now he's the featured guy, really hoping to have a banner year.
How about 2015 when he really broke out? Undrafted free agent. Think about that now. No one took him. They signed him in the offseason. He ends up becoming the guy and really fueling their run-first offense, and in a really good way.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Kaepernick. To the right side, caught by Selleck. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, Hyde. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Carlos Hyde's a physical, tough runner. Had a few dings, but I don't think he should change a thing in terms of style. And I think that playing in Chip Kelly's offense gives him a chance to catch the ball more as well.
He can do both with him, Kenny, and he said he's excited to be in that Chip Kelly offense.
I think the versatility will really be to his liking.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Kaepernick now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Quentin Patton that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Browner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Michael Wilhoit in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Wilson going to give to Rolls. Oh, look at the juke. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second down, 8.
Watch left, watch left. Coming this way. Here we go.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Third down. Here's Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Fresh set of downs here. Kaepernick now on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, Kaepernick. Penalty marker is down here. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, finding time. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On second down, Wilson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Yeah, we get a look at it here, but, hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. Now Dawson for the extra point. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Seahawks have not been careful with the football. The 49ers have to feel somewhat fortunate that those same turnovers haven't cost them more. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Seahawks now late in the first quarter. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Seahawks up by a touchdown. Now to early in the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. It's Browner who's in the right spot to pick off the pass. Offense on the field now after the INT. He'll cut it out right on the outside run, and he'll run it in from 33 yards out. The lead now at 14. 49ers on 1st and 5. Hines going to take off here, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. This cuts the deficit to 8. Now 1st and 10. Smith's going to make the catch deep downfield, and 53 yards later, he'll go in for the score. 49ers down now by 2.
All right, LR, thank you, my man. Still anyone's contest, just a 2-point game as we get set for the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now here's Baldwin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Holding offense. Still first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun, it's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
Third down, 15 yards still needed.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
Alert. 3 down.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Check.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
14. Check. 53 flight.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got time. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Wilson throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On the ground, Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Get out to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And there's a flag on the play. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
They'll try to run with Rolls. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Check 50, check 50.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And there's a flag on the field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 34 yards. And the 49ers are going to get a first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. he has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And Selleck here, left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Garrett Selleck, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point try now for Dawson. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. And a field goal surrendered the last time out. Just by and large, are field goals wins for the defensive side?
They certainly are in today's football because offenses are so tuned up and usually have the ability to strike almost at will. And when you're only giving up 3, you feel like it's almost like basketball. You're trading, right? I give up 3 on my end. I'm counting my offense to get 6 on the other, and that is a win.
Yeah, it's a win for the kicker, too, I guess, if he makes a field goal, right?
No doubt about it. He feels good about things, but his team feels like they settled.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Ellington. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And time now for the Seahawks defense to take their spots again on the field. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him.
And he's going to be and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Ellington to return. Oh, spinning away. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Kaepernick now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Now it's Ellington to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. They had a great job last time. They got the 4th down stop. It led to points. See if they can make magic happen twice.
How about the defense, though? You're going to go for it against us on your own side of the field, rose up and stopped them, went off the field and said, offense, take over, put it in the end zone for us. And that's exactly what they did.
Puts a little chip on their shoulder when that happens, right?
Yeah, a lot of meanness involved in that.
He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be a San Francisco first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Looking here for, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now Dawson for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away?
There goes Thomas Rawls. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Hauschka now for the extra point. Penalty marker is down here. And he knocks it through.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And there's a flag on the play. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Kaepernick now on first down. They go screen pass to Hyde. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Kaepernick. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
So a 2-game losing skid here, Charles. Certainly not the end of the world, but really they need to stop it right here.
They've got to come together as a team. Can't just rely on the coaching staff to tell them to stop. As a team, get together, make up your minds you're going to do things a lot better going forward, and end this 2-game losing streak.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party. bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to